Hello and welcome to the fourth, I think, part of this story, a fairy tale Christmas Mira-cle, uh, you know, by whoever it was. So we're on this chapter, Water and Ice. I don't know what number it is. It's like 10, 12, 11, actually, probably, probably exactly that. No, it is. It is 12. Dang it! Come on. So, we're gonna try to finish up the rest of these chapters in hopefully like 2 videos, because we don't want this to go on for too long. We want to get some other stuff in there. I don't know what's coming up next. Oh boy. Whatever. We'll deal with it later. So we're in the chapter Water and Ice. Let's get going. Day 4. Romeo's POV. I didn't get enough sleep because I kept thinking about Wendy kissing my cheek. I didn't react to the kiss because it just felt right. I was standing around the Christmas tree with everyone else. Then Mira came out with a clipboard. I inched more toward Wendy, who looked like she didn't get enough sleep either. Oh crap, she has a plan, I whispered urgently to Wendy. She just nodded her head and looked slightly scared. We'll be skating at a lake nearby here. I have all the skates and look for your name on them. Or just look for your name on them. She signaled for us to follow her. We followed her to the lake Wendy and I found on the first day. Gray's POV. We got to the lake and it was pretty big. Pine trees surrounded it and last night it snowed a little bit. So now the trees had white snowy caps. I see Juvia shiver, which is weird because she was on a boat in the summer fully clothed in a jacket and stuff. I, having no jacket, because of my stripping habits, just pull her towards me. I could tell she was restraining from attacking me in hugs. I just chuckled. Juvia wants to know what's so funny. I thought about telling her. I decided to because everyone went their own ways. Because you're cute when you try to restrain yourself, I say, keeping my voice smooth. She just turned her head blushing. We went on our skates and skated for hours. A few times I heard Lucy yelp because Flame Brain would fall on her or throw a snowball at her. She never throws one back because she knows that he can melt it or catch it. Mira's POV, the problematic one. I watched all my ships. Here are the statuses. Gruvia, in progress, skating together and laughing. Gray made Juvia blush and hugged her. Nalu's success. Natsu would fall on Lucy or throw a snowball at her. Once when they fell, I swore I saw them kiss. Rowan, in progress. Romy and Wendy are both new at skating, so Alexis and I helped them a little bit. Presently, they are supporting each other. When Wendy almost fell, Romeo caught her. Their faces were inches apart. This is so dumb! Kala, in progress. Kazuo has caught Lovey many times in plush. That is so unlike Kazuo. Jerza, in progress. Side note, they're both a little flirty with each other. They were talking when I see Urza blush. Jalal walks up and compares a strand of hair against her face. She playfully pushes him and they just keep skating. Loxus, who was skating next to me, surprisingly didn't mind my almost constant fangirling. In the end, we head back to the camp, all happy about one thing or another. Personally, I am happy that Loxus skated with me, not about my ships. Okay. Let's just move... No! Why? Stop this. This is not okay. I'd scavenge for love. Okay. Day 5. I woke up this morning to do my favorite thing, wake everyone up. Nice. I equip a pot and a pan into my hands. I decided to start with Jalal. I walk over to him. I was about to clang them together when his hand shot up. Please don't. It gives me a headache, he said drowsily. Fine, I say, pouting. You're cute when you pout. He pokes my cheek. I swat his hand away and moved on to wake the girls and boys up. After my favorite job, I ate breakfast with Mira, Loxus, Jalal, and the X-Seeds. I poked Jalal in the cheek. What was that for? He asked, surprised. That was for poking me earlier, I replied, putting strawberry jam in my toast. He just poked me, so I poked him. This went on and on until he full-on tickled me. I struggle with staying in my seat while he tasers me. That's not how that works. With what was going on, I didn't notice that Mira and Loxus are doing. I only know they were blushing a lot. I was done watching Urza and Joel have a poking war, so I focused on Mira and Loxus. Happy was talking to Carla, trying to give her a fish. God, it's so stupid. Mira and Loxus were closer together than before. But they were acting so normal. Mira took a bite out of her toast. Mira, you have jam on your cheek, Loxa said, laughing at the confused mage's face. She tried to wipe it off, but missed it. Loxus took the napkin from her and wiped it off for her. They stayed there in an awkward silence. Mira just took the napkin from Loxus, blushing. Thanks, she said, smiling. Loxus was blushing too. No problem. I saw him scowl at his stuttering. Mira just giggled and went back to eating. Urs and Shawl recovered from their war to see the blushing wizards. Time skipped to 12 p.m. We were all standing outside near the Christmas tree waiting for Mira. Ash for Brains is eating flaming Doritos after a breakfast feast. That's stupid. Mira comes out with a clipboard again. She scribbles some things on it. Today we will be playing scavenger hunt, but on a hike. God. You and your partner will be going on a hiking trail by yourselves. On the way, look out for the items the Exceeds hid on the trail. Whoever finds them and brings them all back to the camp unharmed will win. Here are the partners: Lucy, Natsu, Gray, and Juvia, Livy, and Gajul, Jalal, and Urza, Wendy, Romeo, and lastly, Loxus and I. Now come and get the map for your trail when you are ready. It doesn't matter about speed, so you can all leave at your own time. I mean, doesn't it matter? Oh, okay, just whoever finds them all and brings them back to the... Okay, got it. You just gotta get back with all of them. Whatever. Okay. It doesn't matter about speed, so you can all leave at your own time, Mira announced. Everyone went to get ready. Time skipped 30 minutes. Good. Lox's POV. Everyone else were well on their way while Mira and I were the last one to leave. We went on the trail the Exceed selected for us. Mira looked at the list of stuffs. So we will have to find a purple leaf, a small white rabbit, a pine green scarf, an owl plushie, and a poisoned purple berry. That's a good idea. And at the bottom is in Happy's handwriting is fish, but then it's crossed out with a pink pen, which is probably Carla. Mira said, giggling at Happy's request. I spotted a paper purple leaf up in the trees. Hey, Mir, I called. Mir? She asked and then nodded in approval. There is the purple leaf up there. I'm going to get it. I say, not waiting for a response as I turn into a lightning bolt. I zoom up and get it, coming back down in front of her. She opens up a bag and gestures me to put it in. I drop in the purple paper leaf, and we keep walking. Dang it! Not another ad. What is this? I'm not affiliated with these people. Damn it! What the fuck? Come on! The fire is in a trance. This is going to go well. Lucy and I started on our way. She was holding on to my wrist so that I wouldn't go running ahead. She commanded me to search for the first thing on our list, a purple leaf. She's looking up into the trees while I looked ahead. All of a sudden I see movement to the left of me. I quickly caught the falling blonde and set her back on her feet. We stood there blushing in awkward silence. I spoke up, are you okay? She looked at me and finally smiled. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks, Natsu. What was the point of that? We went back to focusing on the trail. Then, finally, I spotted the purple leaf. From the looks of it, it was made of paper. I nudged Luce. Look. I pointed up to the leaf in the tree. She pulled out a key. Gate of the twins. I opened the Gemini. And there appeared the 2-in-1 spirits. They floated up and down. Hey, Gemini, by any chance can you become a bird? She greets and questioned. We can, they exclaim and turn into a cardinal. They waited for Luce to give her further instructions. Now can you get that purple paper leaf down? Can we stop saying purple paper leaf? It's so annoying. The P's are just, they hurt. Okay. She asked kindly. The twins' bird flew up and gracefully snatched the purple leaf up, and they come to a perch on Lucy's arm and dropped the leaf into a bag. They turned back into Jemmy and Meanie. Thank you, Lucy smiled. Lucy smiles brightly. Anytime, they replied, and with that they left. Through the whole thing I smiled at her smile and felt energy pulsing through me when she becomes jubilant. We continue walking, but instead of gripping onto my wrist, her delicate hand was brushing against mine. Okay. Carla's POV. Good. After everyone left, I went off to watch Wendy, but got interrupted by a certain blue fellow feline. What you doing, Carla? He asked, bouncing around in the air. Going to watch Wendy, I replied, pushing past him. Before I left, he spoke again. I wanted to come, and with that, he was following me into the woods. We flew above the trees, and that distasteful boy she's hanging out with. I saw them and we flew to a safe place to watch them. Wendy's POV. Romeo and I found the purple paper leaf. God damn it. He uses purple flames to get it down. I don't understand how those work, but whatever. Probably still haven't watched enough fairy tale for me to get that. I don't know, whatever. Now we were searching for a small white rabbit, which will be hard because there is snow everywhere. And we were searching high and low. I then spotted pink. I immediately knew it was Carla. I leaned closer to Romeo in a low voice to where only he could hear me. I said, I think Carla's spying on us, and that means Happy's here too. He nodded in response in a low voice. He suggested, then if Carla is spying on us, we should give her something to spy on, Kay. I was confused, but nodded my head. Where are you going to? Romeo pecked me on the lips. Get the idea now? He smiled a contagious smile. I felt my own smile grow in spite of my blush. As we walked, I held on Romeo's warm hand in mine. I felt heat radiating off of him. I come closer to him. Romeo, why do you feel so warm? I ask in relief as he puts an arm on my shoulder, bringing me in closer. It's probably because I'm a fire mage, he responds to me. That's stupid. I spot the white rabbit, or rather a chocolate rabbit in a white wrapper. Wow. I point to it. Look! I rush over to it, but being my clumsy self, I fall. A few inches above the ground, Romeo caught me. He pulled me up. Be careful, he told me in an uneasy voice. I look at him and smile. I will be. I kiss him on the cheek and retrieve the bunny. When I come back, he opens the bag. I drop the bunny in. What's next? He questions, pulling me back closer to him. I pull out the list. A pine green scarf. Okay, lift your love, I guess. Alright, Levy's POV. Kajo had me slung over his shoulder. I was pounding my fists and legs against his back and chest. After 5 minutes, I stopped. He looked at me curiously. I was pouting and I had my arms crossed. He laughed. What's wrong, Shrimp? Got tired? He asked, turning back to the trail. He stopped. What? I asked, trying to turn around and see. He took me off his shoulder. Could you get the purple paper leaf? He asked, lifting me up. I shrugged and reached up. My hand clasped around the paper leaf. He brought me down onto the ground and I put the leaf into my bag. Nice job, short stuff. Gajo patted my head. I patted his name calling. He then mumbled something. It wasn't audible. Gajo's POV. I had lifted Shorty up to get the leaf. I patted her head after she put the leaf into her bag. Nice job, short stuff. She pouted in response. She's so adorable when she pouts, I think. Was that Gajio? She asked, completely confused. Oh, nothing, I say, and we continue walking down the trail. Was I thinking out loud? Juvia's POV. Juvia paired up with Grey Sama, and now Juvia and Grey Sama were searching for a white rabbit. Juvia was a little cold, but Juvia tried to hide it. Grey Sama apparently saw through Juvia's act. Grey Sama pulled Juvia next to him. My dear beloved, I fawned in my head. Grey Sama chuckles. Juvia turned to him. Juvia wants to know what Grey Sama thinks is funny. Juvia questioned her love. You were thinking aloud, Juvia. Grey Sama replied and chuckled at Juvia's embarrassed face, I guess. You're adorable, you know, Grey Sama commented. Juvia smiled softly. Thank you, Grey Sama. Juvia and Grey Sama walked in comfortable silence. Grey's POV. God, okay. Juvia and I came across a white rabbit, but it was a chocolate rabbit with a white wrapper. Juvia used her water to snatch it up from the ground. She delicately puts it in the bag I was carrying. As Juvia was close to me, I swooped down. I laid a soft peck on her lips. She turned extremely red and continued like nothing happened. I'm glad that I took Mira's advice. Whatever that may have been, because I mean, if it wasn't in the story, then it's not my fault, but if it was in the story, then technically it is my fault, because it's been a while since it's been like a day, but still it's been a while since I read the earlier parts, so yeah. Oh boy. Alright, Urza's POV. Jalal and I were trying to find the pine green scarf. He spotted its tassels hanging from a branch. The branch was high, but just low enough to not require any magic. Oh, you... Oh, you calling the other people just like... You saying they're stupid because they all use magic? Come on. Well, except for Gosh and Levy, but that's different. So, okay. Okay, I feel Joel pick me up with ease. My hands delicately take the soft scarf down. Joel pick me to to where we were facing each other. So when I was coming down, he kissed me lightly. I felt my cheeks heat up, and he just chuckles and grabs my hand. We continue to walk. So what's next? He asked. I pulled out the list. Next we need to find an owl plushie. I still stutter from the kiss. We continue to search. I stop him. What's wrong? He asked, concerned. Nothing, just wanted to do this. I trail off and kissed him. He pulled me closer and deepened our kiss. He pulls away and smiles at me. Don't tell Mira. She'll kill herself with all her fangirling, I say, smiling. He laughed. I definitely won't, he promised. Okay. Carols and games. So we have... Alright, so we'll only have 5 chapters left after this. So even if this doesn't take very long, we'll still end it just to sort of even it out between the 2 parts. I mean, I hope the other chapters aren't super long, but we'll just have to deal with it then. Lox's POV. Mira and I were looking for the last item, the poisonous purple berry. God, what's with... whatever. Mira was happily singing a carol. I chuckled at her childish skipping and singing. Even though she is the motherly figure in the guild, she is still childish and spunky at times. All of a sudden, she slipped, my instincts kick in, and I catch her a few inches off the ground. We stay there for only Mavis knows how long. I finally lift her back on her feet. Be careful, Mira, I say awkwardly. She nods her head and we keep walking. After around 30 minutes, we find the last item. It was, in fact, a poisonous berry to humans, but birds love to eat these. Mira picks one and puts it into the bag. I'm so tempted to eat one, Mira states. Just don't. Wait, in your normal form, are you okay with breathing in poison? I asked. Yeah, but if I want, I can take that shield down and trick people. She says and smiles a normal smile, not the one she plastered on her face at the guild. So you really could eat a berry? I asked to clear things up. Yep, she replied to me cheerfully. Wait, here, I call to the platinum blonde skipping away from me. Yes, she asked, spinning around. I grab her hand. Don't fall again, please, I said. She giggled and we continued walking. Romeo's POV. Wendy and I were still being watched by some people. Ahem. Anyways, we were on our second to last thing on the list, an owl plushie. We were walking through the forest. The trees created a solid canopy above us, meaning there was no light. My hand was engulfed in flames, and Wendy was using the wind to bring shards of light down. Whatever, I don't even understand. She had to do it so often that she was starting to become tired. All of a sudden, she squeaked. I protectively put an arm around her. She points to the ground and looked annoyed. I looked down to see it was actually a dead pigeon. It was actually a paper cutout pigeon. It was an attempt to say that we had done something guilty. I'm just not going to read that, whatever. We just stepped over the paper and kept walking. When he started to run, pulling me behind her. When she stopped, I slid in front of her at the quick stop. She giggles and pointed to a hollow in the tree. I lift her up and she reaches inside and fished out the owl plushie. I put her down and she perched it on my head. We kept walking, me balancing the owl on my head and Wendy watching and giggling at my frustration every time the owl falls off. Finally, I gave up and dropped the plushie into our bag. Next is the pine green scarf, right? Wendy asked. I smiled at her. You are correct. Okay, so we have 5 more chapters. I don't know if that's actually the end of the story or it's just, the last chapter that the author ended up getting to. But yeah. So we're gonna end this episode here. Next time we're gonna, like I said, try to finish this off, and then after we'll have. Yeah, I don't know what it is at all. Whatever. We'll deal with it later. All right, we got it.